Yeah.
We met where the willow leaned over the tide, where someone once painted our names in the light. Your hand in mine felt like a home I could keep. Now dust falls the shoreline and shadows so deep. The water remembers the steps that we knew. Soft ripples repeat in the shape of me and you. But time is a current that won't turn around. Tonight even silence makes a tender sound, and I can see it in your eyes. The ache of love, the calm goodbye. No shattered sky, no bitter end. Just two old hearts learning how to bend. So let the river go, let it carry us apart. Take the worn out pieces, wash the edges of our hearts. May your mornings all be golden, may your nights be kind and slow. I will love you like the water, by finally letting go. Let the river run where we cannot hold, past the dreams we promised, past the growing old. And though we stand here breaking like the evening glow, I bless your road by letting the river go. You smile like someone setting down a stone, a weight you were never meant to hold alone. We spoke of the days that made us who we are, like constellations fading but never truly far. Your scarf cut the wind like a flag in retreat. The cold kiss, the places where our fingers used to meet. No need for forgiveness, no need for regret. Some love stays sacred even after they've left. And in the hush of falling leaves, we gave each other peace to keep. No chains, no blame, no final war, just open hands upon the shore. So let the river go, let it carry us apart. Take the worn out pieces, wash the edges of our hearts. May your mornings all be golden, may your nights be kind and slow. I will love you like the water, by finally letting go. Let the river run where we cannot hold, past the dreams we promised, past the growing old. And though we stand here breaking like the evening glow, I bless your road by letting the river go. I'll hear your laughter in its grace, not as a wound, not as a ghost, but as the one I love the most. So let the river go beneath the silver moon, carry all our yesterdays beyond this quiet June. May the world be soft upon you wherever you may roam, and may your heart find rivers that will lead you safely home. Let the river flow, let the memories stay, like a sunset's color that never fades away. For loving you was never something I'll outgrow. I keep you by letting the river go. We met where the willow leaned over the tide, where someone once painted our names in the light. Your hand in mine felt like a home I could keep. Now dust falls the shoreline and shadows so deep. The water remembers the steps that we knew. Soft ripples repeat in the shape of me and you. But time is a current that won't turn around. Tonight even silence makes a tender sound, and I can see it in your eyes. The ache of love, the calm goodbye. No shattered sky, no bitter end. Just two old hearts learning how to bend. So let the river go, let it carry us apart. Take the worn out pieces, wash the edges of our hearts. May your mornings all be golden, may your nights be kind and slow. I will love you like the water, by finally letting go. Let the river run where we cannot hold, past the dreams we promised, past the growing old. And though we stand here breaking like the evening glow, I bless your road by letting the river go. You smile like someone setting down a stone, a weight you were never meant to hold alone. We spoke of the days that made us who we are, like constellations fading but never truly far. Your scarf caught the wind like a flag in retreat. The cold kiss, the places where our fingers used to meet. No need for forgiveness, no need for regret. Some love stays sacred even after they've left. And in the hush of falling leaves, we gave each other peace to keep. No chains, no blame, no final war, just open hands upon the shore. So let the river go, let it carry us apart. Take the worn out pieces, wash the edges of our hearts. May your mornings all be golden, may your nights be kind and slow. I will.
Your coffee
coffee cup still waits beside the sink. A faded trace of lipstick on porcelain skin. Sunday light falls softly through the curtains, like heaven forgot to take you in. Your coat still hangs where winter left it, by the door you used to open wide. And every room still speaks your language in echoes only I can find. They say time moves on like rivers, but mine still circles back to you. Every little ordinary moment feels unfinished without you. There's an empty chair beside me, where your laughter used to live. A quiet space, a sacred silence, filled with all we couldn't give. I set the table for your memory and whisper grace into the blue. Though the world keeps turning without mercy, my heart still saves a place for you. I wear your name like hidden jewelry beneath the fabric of my days. No one sees the weight I carry, or how love survives in subtle ways. I still talk to you in gardens where the roses lean and sway. And sometimes in the hush of evening, I swear I hear you call my name. They tell me love should learn surrender, but what we had was never gone. It's folded in the smallest corners of every night and every dawn. There's an empty chair beside me, where your laughter used to live. A quiet space, a sacred silence, filled with all we couldn't give. I set the table for your memory and whisper grace into the blue. Though the world keeps turning without mercy, my heart still saves a place for you. So I'll keep your side of the bed untouched, a tender ache, a faithful bruise. Not because I cannot heal, but because healing doesn't mean I lose you. There's an empty chair beside me, but your love has never left. It breathes within these fragile bones, a constant in my chest. And when my days grow thin and weary, I'll follow where your spirit flew. Until then, through every broken morning, my heart will keep that chair for you.
What we can say. Only after you were gone
I understood. The air you left still lingers in this room. A single don't go froze upon my lips, like winter finding summer far too soon.
I watched your shadow fading down that street, beneath the lights where regret learned my name.
If I had let my heart speak just once, would we still be ashes in the rain?
If I had said I need you
before the silence came,
if I had held you closer,
would love have stayed the same? What we didn't say still breaks across the silence. 3 small words were all we had to do,
but fear turned gold to blue.
What we couldn't save slipped slowly through our hands. Now we're just 2 hearts translating
all the lines we left behind.
We became the words we never said.
Do you still hear me in the midnight air? In quiet moments when the city sleeps, was I'm okay, just another disguise for wounds we buried far too deep.
I pass the corners where we used to stand, and every street still whispers your name back. We walk like strangers in different worlds, but part of me still wants you on my track.
Your eyes said more than goodbye,
Oh, your mouth stay composed,
and my turning away was the loudest, please don't go.
what we didn't say still breaks across the silence. 3 small words were all we had to do,
But fear turned gold to blue.
what we couldn't say slipped slowly through our hands. Now we're just 2 hearts translating
All the lines we left behind.
We became the words we never said.
If time gave us one page to rewrite,
I trade my pride.
for honesty,
No final door, no empty night.
just you and me.
Beneath the truth, what we didn't say
Still echoes through the distance,
love was there beneath the quiet all along.
a never finished
What
song.
we lost that day
Still glows beneath the damage.
now every memory keeps repeating the confession left for dead.
We were the love inside.
Unsaid words.
There's some on your coat like a soft goodbye. Breathing little clouds underneath December skies. We said when these were gone, so would we. But your hand found mine in the frozen street.
The city wore white like a borrowed dream. Streetlights trembling gold on the silver sheen. You smiled and said not yet, don't leave. So we stitched one winter to our history,
Counting every morning like a fading spark.
riding almost forever in the frost on cars.
We knew spring would come like a thief in bloom.
Still your laughter made December feel too soon. So give me one more season, one more snowfall to believe in, one more fire burning softly through the cold. Let's pretend the world can wait. Hold our ending like a secret safe. If goodbye is coming, don't let me know. Tonight we're just 2 hearts in the snow. Living love will have to let go for one more season.
Wool scarf tangled up with your perfume. Coffee cups and quiet in a small lit room. Every kiss tasted sweet, then bittersweet, like winter berries crushed beneath our feet.
We danced while the year was growing old. Midnight wrapped in amber and blue smoke. You looked like a wish I couldn't keep, a beautiful ache I was meant to leave.
January whispered nothing stays, but February blurred it in your gaze. Every flake fell down like a soft delay.
Heaven's way of asking us to stay. So give me one more season, one more snowfall to believe in, one more fire burning softly through the cold. Let's pretend the world can wait. Hold our ending like a secret safe. If goodbye is coming, don't let me know. Tonight we're just 2 hearts in the snow. Living love will have to let go for one more season.
And when the thaw begins, when your fingers slip like melting wind, I'll keep this winter like a photograph, a tender ghost, a love that almost lasted.
If I lose you with the spring, I'll still hear your name in everything. The falling white, the silent streets, you'll always be my sweetest free. So give me one more season, one last chance to stay unbeaten, one more
gone quiet on my glowing screen. No midnight calls, no did you make it home? But in my headphones you still slip between the fragile chords that somehow feel like home. You left in boxes, sweaters,
Missing keys, a half-drawn goodbye hanging by the door. But every song you stitched around my week still finds me lying on our old floor.
I should delete the evidence, let silence win.
But your favorite melodies know where I've been. I'm still your playlist on a lonely drive, still pressing play just to keep us alive.
Track after track, your ghost sings harmony.
In every word and every memory, you're gone, but these songs know how you stayed inside the echoes of the choices we made.
So I let the shuffle break me slowly.
'Cause losing you was quiet,
Nah,
not lonely.
that coffee shop acoustic, rainy blue, the vinyl crackle from your passenger seat. 100 songs, each one a different you. Now broken beats sound bittersweet.
I hear your laughter in the bridge section, your tears in songs we used to skip. And every chorus pulls another thread from fingertips I'll never grip.
Maybe moving on means carrying the sound
Of who we were when love was spinning round. I'm still your playlist on a midnight train,
letting old refrains
fall soft like rain.
Track after track, you bloom inside my chest.
A faded song I somehow love the best. You're gone, but these notes still say your name, like nothing beautiful can leave unchanged.
So I let the static hold me closely.
'Cause losing you was quiet,
But
holy.
and if one day I stop,
Reaching for your song,
will that mean I forgot?
or finally moved on?
Maybe love's not leaving,
Maybe it just learns
to live between the verses and in the places where it burns.
I'm still your playlist when the night runs thin,
A soft repeat of
where we might have been.
track after track, your shadow fades with grace.
But never fully disappears without a trace. You're gone, but thank you for the sound, for all the pieces of me that you found.
Now every melody moves through me,
A quiet goodbye,
still playing beautifully. Dust on the windowsill, morning leans in slow. A cardboard box of summers from a life I used to know. Your laughter in white borders, frozen by the light. Smiling like forever, never learned to say goodbye.
postcards in your denim, coffee stains and rain. Every little fingerprint still whispers out your name. I hold you in the corners that time could not erase, but memories are honest when they fade before your face.
We were golden for a moment,
Caught like sparks we couldn't keep.
now I trace us with my shadow in the silence where you sleep.
Fading Polaroids scattered on my floor, pieces of a love I don't live in anymore. Colors running softly, your eyes turn into blue. Every shaken picture loses something true.
Fading Polaroids, all that I can save.
Paper hearts and phantom words we never thought
disappeared so slowly, I almost thought you stayed.
Now I'm talking to the dust you left in every frame.
Yeah, your jacket by the hallway doesn't hold your shape. The perfume and the promises have both begun to gray. I learned that even fire can cool without a sound, and 2 hands full of memory still can pull you back around. I'm speaking to the static of the nights you used to fill, to empty chairs and broken clocks that never had your will. If love was just a snapshot, then mine is overexposed, a beautiful disaster no one else will ever know.
We were lightning in a camera, burning bright and gone too fast.
Now I'm searching through the ashes for a version that could last.
Fading Polaroids scattered on my floor, pieces of a love I don't live in anymore. Colors running softly, your eyes turn into blue. Every shaken picture loses something true.
Fading Polaroids, all that I can save.
Paper hearts and phantom words we never thought would break.
You disappeared so slowly, I almost thought you stayed.
Now I'm talking to the dust you left in every frame.
So I'll keep the ones where we were young,
Where the flash was kind,
where we were enough.
even if your face dissolves in white.
I'll remember how you held the light.
Fading Polaroids falling one by one, like seasons we were certain we would never outrun. The edges curl like endings, the colors barely breathe, but somewhere in the blur is who you were to me.
Fading Polaroids, fragile as goodbye.
A love that lived in flashes never really dies.
Though you are gone like summer, your ghost remains the same.
Smiling through the silence from a slowly fading frame.
Yeah. Ay. Yeah. You said good morning in a world I couldn't spell. Soft vowels falling like a distant church bell. I answer with a smile, half lost in translation. 2 hearts leaning in across a fragile station.
Your laughter needed no subtitle that night. Moonlight turned your silence into something bright. We built a home from gestures, touch, and borrowed phrases, living like a song that didn't need explaining.
But love can blur when words begin to bend. Meaning breaks where sentences should mend.
We were close enough to almost understand,
but almost slipped like water through our hands.
we spoke in stars, in shadows, in the spaces, in half-finished dreams and unfamiliar faces. You reached for me, I reached for who you meant, lost in the language between us.
Every step became a different sound, every forever slowly drowned.
2 hearts, 1 silence, breaking without blame,
Lost in the language.
calling out your name.
Your letters came like winter through the door. Beautiful, but I could read them less and more. I held each page like it might turn to meaning, but ink can't hold what hearts are slowly leaving.
We danced through airports, static on the line, mispronounced I miss you 1 too many times. And somewhere in the space between our voices, love became the echo of unchosen choices.
No dictionary could rewrite the pain,
No perfect word
could make us whole again.
We were a bridge suspended in the blue,
Breaking strand by strand where once we flew.
we We spoke in stars, in shadows, in the spaces, in half-finished dreams and unfamiliar faces. You reach for me, I reach for who you meant. Lost in the language between us.
Every stay became a different sound, every forever slowly drowned.
Two hearts, one silence, breaking without blame.
Lost in the language,
Calling out your name.
maybe in another life.
Your tongue is mine and mine is yours.
No subtitles, no goodbyes,
Just open windows, open doors.
but here beneath the foreign
we
sky,
love the best that we knew how.
and sometimes love is learning why.
We cannot translate now. We spoke in stars, in shadows, in the spaces. Now you're just 1,000 unreturned traces. I reached for you, but meaning came too late. Lost in the language between us.
Every I love you fell apart, with different lips but same old heart.
Two souls, one story, time could not revise.
Lost in the language,
Between your world and mine.
ay, ay. Rain rose silver on the window pane. That little street still whispers your old name. Same bell rang when I pushed that door, like time forgot what we were crying for. Your favorite table by the painted glass still holds the ghosts of every season past. 5 winters gone, yet there you stood, looking like a what if never could.
Coffee cool between our shaking hands. Two strangers dressed in borrowed plans. 1,000 words we couldn't say.
Said heavier than yesterday.
At the cafe on the corner where our sparks first learned to glow, we wore smiles like faded jackets, hiding scars we used to show. You said, how have you been, like small talk, but your eyes told me the truth. Some wounds don't heal with distance, they just learn to look like you.
Yeah, your laugh arrived but softer now, like a song the radio won't allow. A silver ring, a careful pause, both pretending love had no cause. The barista called the names out wrong, just like back when we were burning strong. I almost reached for your cold cup, but broken things don't line back up.
Steam rose high, then disappeared like promises we used to hear. In every sip, in every glance, lived the ashes of our chat. At the cafe on the corner where our hearts first missed a beat. Now the chairs between us feel like miles on a once familiar street. You said take care so casually, like goodbye was something new. But some wounds don't heal with time, they just bloom when love walks through.
Maybe we were just a lesson wrapped in sugar, smoke and rain. A beautiful collision,
Too fragile to remain.
so I left my cup half empty, like the years we couldn't save, and walked away with dull reflections.
Dancing softly on the grave.
At the cafe on the corner where hello became the end, we were two unfinished stories meeting where they used to blend.
No, I wouldn't change the heartbreak, though it cut us clean in two. 'Cause some places hold your memories, and some memories hold you.
The bell still rings,
The door still swings, but not for me and you.
just a cafe on the corner
Where love once tasted true.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah. You missed my train by moments, platform breathing silver rain. I saw your face through closing doors, then watched it blur away. One call less, one night more, one road we didn't take. Funny how forever can dissolve with one small delay. We were balanced on a wire, city lights beneath our feet. Two hearts pulling toward the same sky, then slipping off beat. No war, no betrayal, no fire left to blame. Just a fragile turn of timing, and everything became a different word, a different move, a left instead of right. And suddenly our constellations couldn't share the night. This is the weight of almost, the gravity of near, of fingertips that brushed once then disappeared. We were so close to calling it home, so close to never being alone. Now I carry what could have been, like a shadow stitched beneath my skin. The heaviest thing I hold is almost. I heard you married daylight, I learned to dance with dusk. You built your life from choices, I built mine out of dust. Sometimes I pass the street where we swore we'd beat the odds, and wonder if our loss forever still lingers there with God. No, I don't regret you, that will make it far too small. You were the chapter written perfectly, just placed beyond the wall. A masterpiece and maybe framed in what we lacked, a beautiful equation, one answer short of fact. If I stayed, if you had run, if fear had just been late, well, we have turned our almost into something named fate. This is the weight of almost, the gravity of near, of whispered dreams we almost lived, still ringing clear. We were so close to calling it ours, so close to rewriting the stars. Now I wear what could have been, like unfinished gold beneath my ribs. The sharpest kind of ghost is almost. Not every love is ruined, some just miss the light, like flowers never blooming, though they tried with all their might. And maybe that's the cruelest truth, no villain, no goodbye, just a single quiet choice that changed the shape of life. This is the weight of almost, the echo of the door, of everything we nearly were and nothing more. We stood one breath from paradise, then lost forever by an inch of time. So I'll keep your memory close, not as pain but as a road to the life we never chose. The weight of almost. We left the coffee cold on the table by the door. Your shadow stayed a second, then it wasn't yours anymore. You wore that quiet, trembling like a coat you couldn't fold. I held a storm behind my teeth, too scared to let it go.
The hallway kept your perfume like a question in the air. Somewhere between don't leave and silence, we vanished there. No final scene, no broken glass, no words sharp enough to bleed. Just two hearts missing their moment, two hands forgetting need.
We were leaning toward forever, but the timing lost its nerve.
Now the echoes sound like almost, and almost always hurt.
It was half a goodbye,
half a stay, half of the truth we were too afraid to say.
you turned away slow.
I let you go, like unfinished songs dissolving in the radio. No slammed door,
No last cry,
just a fading light in both our eyes.
we became a broken sentence in the night.
Half a goodbye,
I still replay your footsteps in the back rooms of my mind, searching for the words we dropped somewhere we left behind.
did you wait for me to call your name
Just once,
out loud,
or were you drowning too?
beneath your borrowed pride?
Now you're side of the bed is like a map. I cannot read a space where love was living, then forgot what it could be.
We didn't lose each other all at once. That's not how sorrow moves. It slips between the smallest cracks and calls itself the truth.
We were written in the margins, never bold enough to stay.
So we folded into strangers before love could find its way.
It was half a goodbye,
Half a stay, half of the truth we were too afraid to say.
you turned away slow.
I let you go, like unfinished songs dissolving in the radio. No slammed door,
No last cry,
just a fading light in both our eyes.
we became a broken sentence in the night.
Half a goodbye. Maybe in another life we'd be brave enough to break. Say the words like open wounds instead of bending till we ache.
But here beneath these fractured stars,
I trace your name,
then let it fade.
'cause half a goodbye
Still leaves half the pain. It was half a goodbye,
half a flame, half of a love still calling out your name.
no clean cut,
No clear end.
just two souls losing what they couldn't mend.
So here I stand beneath our sky,
Holding the pieces of a sweet divide. We were never really gone,
just left untied.
half a goodbye.
Half a goodbye.
Yeah, every April finds me on the same old street. Yeah, every April finds me on the same old street. Corner shop, faded sign, roses wrapped in white. The florist smiles like nothing changed at all, but your name still blooms beneath her breath tonight.
I bring them home through hallways full of dust. Set them gently where your picture used to stay. A glass of water trembling in my hands, like somehow love could keep the wilt away.
You're not behind the door,
You're not coming down the stairs,
but I still hear your laughter.
somewhere in the air. So here's flowers for no one, petals for a ghost, color for the silence where I miss you most. Every year, same day, same ache, same sun, buying beauty for the memory of us. These flowers for no one
Still belong to you. Your favorite lily, soft as Sunday rain.
peonies like the blush you used to wear.
I line them up like promises we made.
In a home that only loneliness can share.
The neighbors think I'm healing pretty well,
They don't see the garden in my chest,
where all the seeds you left inside of me
still bloom in places I can't forget,
Time can close the wound,
but never change the sky.
some loves keep on living.
Long after goodbye. So here's flowers for no one, petals for a ghost, color for the silence where I miss you most. Every year, same day, same ache, same sun, buying beauty for the memory of us. These flowers for no one
Still belong to you.
And maybe it's foolish talking to an empty room, but grief, where's your perfume when all these blossoms bloom? If love had nowhere left to go, then let it rest in petals slow.
So here's flowers for no one,
Lay beside the past,
the ritual of longing.
too tender not to last. Every year your shadow leads me on, through a love that lingers though you're gone. These flowers for no one, until I join you too.
Eh, mm.
like summer leaning into fall. Two shadows dancing on a borrowed wall. You held tomorrow like a city light. I held on to stars that vanished every night.
Yeah, you were the highway calling out your name. I was the shoreline begging waves to stay.
No one was wrong, no one had to lose.
But love can fade when roads refuse.
So we kissed beneath the amber sky, with tears we never let each other find.
Sometimes forever bends in two.
When dreams divide me and you, it's not that we stopped burning bright. We just became two different lights. You chased the dawn, I stay with moonlit blue. We were love, but not the perfect view. And though my heart still echoes yours, some doors close to open more. We were beautiful, we were true, just not in the timing of us.
Your suitcase carried all your wildest plans. Mine built a home with steady hands. We traced our names in changing sands, then washed them wash where oceans stand.
I heard your voice in every plane above, a bittersweet reminder of our love.
Not every heart is meant to stay. Some are lessons on their way.
So we smiled like breaking doesn't show, and let go softer than we thought we'd know.
Sometimes the kindest thing to do is love enough to loosen you.
It's not that we stopped burning bright. We just became two different lights. You chased the dawn, I stay with moonlit blue. We were love, but not the perfect view. And though my heart still echoes yours, some doors close to open more. We were beautiful, we were truth, just not in the timing of us.
Maybe in another life, another place, we find the rhythm, keep the pace.
But here beneath this fractured sky,
Love means knowing when to say goodbye.
no, we never lost what we once knew. We simply outgrew our me and you. You found your path, I found mine too, through different skies of silver hue. And if our memories call it fate, I'll say we love, just not too late. We were everything we could have been, but not where our lives fit in. We were beautiful, we were true, just not in the timing of us.
Yeah, we drew our names across the dashboard dust, chasing gold through streets that summer touched. You said wait for me where the sky turns flame, but seasons change the sound of your name. Windows down, your laughter in the breeze. Now silence rides shotgun next to me. Every corner holds a ghost in light, fading softer with the dying sky. I
Kept a place for you beside the view,
but empty spaces tell the bitter truth.
so here I am with these secondhand sunsets, watching colors we were meant to get. Amber promises fall into blue, like every forever I believed in you.
The horizon
Burns and lets you go, just like I'm learning slow by slow.
some endings shine before they fade.
To black, and I'm alone beneath the afterglow. secondhand sunsets.
Yeah, your coffee cup still stains the passenger seat, a quiet relic of what used to be. I trace the outlines where your fingers lay, then let the twilight take them away.
There's a kind of mercy in the dusk when broken things dissolve to dust. No thunder comes, no grand goodbye, just a softer way for love to die.
I thought losing you would steal the light,
but even shadows glow before the night. So here I am with these secondhand sunsets, watching colors we were meant to get. Amber promises fall into blue, like every forever I believed in you. The horizon burns and lets you go, just like I'm learning slow by slow.
some endings shine before they
Fade to black, and I'm alone beneath the afterglow of secondhand sunsets.
Ay, maybe love is just a borrowed view,
A painted sky we're passing through.
and though you're gone, the evening stays
To warm the ruins of our yesterday. So here I stand where the red sky softens. No more waiting for what's already lost. Then golden echoes drift like smoke on air. I loved you once, that truth is still there. But the sun goes down for everyone, and healing starts when day is done. So I'll thank the light for what it meant, then leave behind what came and went with these secondhand sunsets.
the sky still burns.
But not for us.
We drew our names on the window haze, two hearts breathing in December's grace. You laughed and said, when the first snow falls, meet me where the street light paints us gold.
Your scarf danced wild in the midnight wind, like time itself could never thin. I held that promise like a fragile flame, believing winter would return the same.
But seasons turn with silent hands,
And warmth slipped through like melting strands.
now every cloud above this town
Carries words that never made a sound. First snow, last kiss, falling soft like our unfinished wish. White skies cover where we used to stand, but I'm alone with your ghost in my hands.
You were my December, my once upon a while.
Now every flake just breaks me down in style. First snow, last kiss, the coldest goodbye I still can't forget.
The cafe waits with empty chairs, your favorite song still lingers there. I trace your smile in frozen glass, but winter came and you just passed.
No footsteps racing through the white, no shadow meeting mine tonight.
Just city lights and borrowed breath, a love outlived by quiet death.
I read our letters in the storm,
Searching for a place still
but
warm,
snow can bury even vows,
and forever feels so distant now.
first snow, last kiss, falling soft like our unfinished wish. White skies saddest ending carved in ice.
Maybe somewhere spring survived in another world where we arrived.
But here beneath the silver sky, I learned some promises still die. First snow, last kiss, one last dream the winter couldn't keep. I waited where the streetlight glowed, but love left first before the snow.
Now every year the heavens fall
Like your farewell, so beautiful. First snow, last kiss, my forever came and went like this.
Yeah, your name falls softly from the picture frame, like morning light that doesn't stay. You smile at me like we just met, while I'm drowning in the words you forget.
Coffee grows cold beside your hand. You ask me where we used to stand, and I rebuild our fragile past from scattered stars you couldn't grasp.
So I trace our story in the air, hoping somehow you'll find me there.
Even when the pages fade to white, I'll be your memory tonight. We were living on borrowed time, holding summer while it turned to ice. I kept your heart safe next to mine, while yours was drifting out of sight.
And I stayed
Through every vanished piece of you, like moonlight stitched to shadows blue. But borrowed time still says goodbye. Now I speak your name to the silence you left behind.
The hallway echoes with a ghost, in every place you love the most. Your sweater hangs beside the door, like you'll come reaching for it once more.
Some nights I hear you call my face from distant corners of this place. A fading song, a broken rhyme, still I hold on past the end of time.
'Cause love's not measured by what stays, but by who remains when memory breaks.
So I'll carry both of us somehow, even if you're gone now. We were living on borrowed time, holding summer while it turned to ice. I kept your heart safe next to mine, while yours was drifting out of sight.
And I stay
Through every vanished piece of you, like moonlight stitched to shadows blue. But borrowed time still says goodbye. Now I speak your name to the silence you left behind.
if your eyes become strangers and my touch turns unknown, I'll
Still be the last light,
leading you home.
and when the final hour steals your hand from mine,
I'll love you past forever.
beyond borrowed time. We were living on borrowed time, counting breaths like fragile lullabies. You slipped away without a sound, but my soul still hears you now.
And I stay
With every photograph, every scar, every wish upon the dark, the borrowed time let go of you. My heart never will. I'll keep loving you long after memory stands still.
glowed silver on the avenue. City lights dissolved in blue. I was walking through a crowded storm. Half a heart, a borrowed warmth.
Then across that restless street, a flash of golden falling sleep. Your yellow umbrella bloomed like sunlight breaking through the gloom.
For a second, time stood still,
like the sky forgot to spill.
Your eyes said things your smile erased.
Two old ghosts in a different place. Under that yellow umbrella, we were strangers with the same weather. Once we danced through endless springs, now we wear forgotten rings. You stood there like a faded song, every note still pulling me along. But rain can't turn back what time has changed, so we just smiled and walked away.
Yeah, you spoke softly, how have you been? Like we weren't where love had been. Your voice, a coat I used to wear.
Now it only chills the air.
A photograph inside my mind, two shadows lost to other lives. Your yellow shelter passed me by,
like sunset learning not to cry.
And the traffic moved again,
like it knew this had to end.
No bitter words, no grand goodbye,
just raindrops falling from the sky. Under that yellow umbrella, we were echoes stitched together. Once we planned our moonlit roads, now we walk our separate worlds. You look like all I used to know, a place my heart can never go. But rain can't rewrite love's last page, so we just smiled and turned away.
Maybe love's not always meant to stay.
Sometimes it becomes the rain, a quiet memory passing through, soft enough to feel, too far to hold. Under that yellow umbrella, you were my almost forever, a fleeting color in the gray, a beautiful goodbye that stayed. And though the storm kept pouring down, we didn't try to turn around. Some loves are only meant to meet one last time on rainy streets.
Yeah. Midnight breathing through the speaker slow. Your voice was shaking like a falling road. Different city lights outside our windows burn, but every lonely mile still let my heart return. You said I kept your side of the bed untouched. I laughed so softly, almost cried too much. We were postcards written in a fading blue, two distant hearts with one impossible view. We traced our names across the satellites, believing love could bend the hands of time. But dreams got heavy, plane tickets grew thin, and life walked in where forever had been. Under the same stars, we were never apart. Same moonlight falling on our broken hearts, but love got lost in the distance and scars. Now you're a wish I make beneath the stars. No, it's not goodbye to who we are,
Just goodbye to the way we were under the same stars.
Your silence sounded louder than goodbye, like autumn leaves surrendering to sky. We talked in circles cause the truth was clear. Sometimes love won't live where life won't disappear.
You said I'll find you in another life. I closed my eyes, held on one last time, static trembling like a final kiss. Then all we had became a call I'd miss.
We built a world between departures gates,
but time was stronger than
our best escape.
no broken promise, no one left to blame. Just two good souls that couldn't stay the same. Under the same stars, we were never apart. Same moonlight falling on our broken hearts. But love got lost in the distance and scars. Now you're a wish I make beneath the stars. No, it's not goodbye to who we are. Just goodbye to the way we were under the same.
So if you look up when the night runs deep
and hear my memory
in the quiet streets,
know somewhere to
I'm looking through the dark,
thinking your name for every spark.
under the same stars.
We still softly shine.
Two shadows dancing in separate skies.
Though we let go with trembling hearts, you'll always live inside these stars.
No.
It's not the end of our hearts, just the end before new starts. Under the same stars.
Midnight paints your shadow on my ceiling again. Phone light flickers like a ghost beneath my skin. 100 drafted apologies I never sent. Frozen in the blue where all my courage went. Your name still lingers like smoke inside my hands. Every little how are you I couldn't understand. I type erase repeat like waves against the shore, speaking to a silence that won't answer anymore.
In this gallery of words I couldn't release, every sentence bleeds your memory. Unread messages sleeping in my phone tonight.
Broken vows,
Hidden tears between the lines. I wrote come back in 1,000 different ways,
but my trembling thumbs kept giving up halfway.
Unread messages, I got 'em, leaves unsaid,
Falling one by one.
around this lonely bed. If you opened even one, would you feel my heart?
Or are we just a story left on
Draft in the dark.
Coffee stains and street lights, winter on my sleeve. I still save your birthday like you'll text me back to breathe. Each insane confession is a scar I chose to keep. Tiny digital ruins very bittersweet.
I scrolled through what we were, a museum made of glass where forever cracks so softly disappeared so fast. Now every notification pulls me to your flame, but all that ever answers is the echo of your name.
These silver screens can't hold what I regret, but I still trace your outline in each letter left.
Unread messages sleeping in my phone tonight.
Broken vows,
Hidden tears between the lines. I wrote come back in 1,000 different ways,
but my trembling thumbs kept giving up halfway.
Unread messages like autumn leaves unsaid,
Falling one by one.
around this lonely bed. If you opened even one, would you feel my heart?
Or are we just a story left on
Draft in the dark. Maybe love is not the send button after all. Maybe it's the ache of watching every word still fall into the quiet where your memory stays, a constellation made of things I couldn't say.
Unread messages,
Scattered like a midnight rain,
every line a photograph.
every word a chain.
I kept us alive in the glow of cracked goodbye.
While your world moved on beyond these pixel skies.
Unread messages,
My last unsung refrain.
1,000 almost whispering your name.
So I locked the screen, but never let you go.
Reading all our endings
Alone
in the afterglow.
in the afterglow.
yeah. White walls whisper in a language I can't outrun. A quiet storm beneath the skin where the cold lights hum. Your name trembles softly like rain on the glass, while tomorrow folds its wings afraid to ask. I wore my smile like borrowed gold so you would never see the shadow stitching fragile truths inside of me. Your fingers reached for forever, mine learned to let go. Loving you sometimes means leaving before the winter snow. So I trace your face in the silence like a prayer I'll never send. If my breaking keeps you breathing, I'll disappear before the end. Between heartbeats, I'll fade like midnight rain, slip beyond your window pane so your sky won't learn my pain. Between heartbeats, I love you from afar, like a ghost inside your stars, gone before the falling starts. If goodbye can save your sunlight, then I'll vanish with the dark. Yeah, 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 yeah. Between heartbeats, the doctor's voice was just a match to a paper sky. Every dream we built together flickered in my eyes, but your laugh deserves the springtime, not the weight I'll become. So I'll carry all this thunder before it steals your sun. I'll leave my coat beside the doorway and my records on the shelf, 1,000 little pieces so you won't lose yourself. You may hate the empty echo, but one day you will see I loved you deep enough to lose what mattered most to me. And every step away is violence, every breath a quiet scar. But if my absence keeps you shining, then broken is what love hearts are. Between heartbeats, I'll fade like midnight rain, slip beyond your window pane so your sky won't learn my pain. Between heartbeats, I love you from afar, like a ghost inside your stars, gone before the falling starts. If goodbye can save your sunlight, then I'll vanish with the dark. Between heartbeats, someday in another lifetime, without medicine, without tears, I'll find you where the light bends beyond these borrowed years. And maybe then, no hospital moon,
no countdown in my chest,
just your hand in mine,
no leaving,
no unfinished tenderness.
Between heartbeats, when you hear the evening call, know I gave you all I was by becoming none at all. Between heartbeats, though I'm ashes in the blue, every silent pulse you keep will be my way of loving you. If losing me means you keep dancing, then I was worth the fall. Between heartbeats, I am yours, beyond it all.
City lights are trembling softly on the avenue tonight. Suitcase by the doorway, silence folding neat in white. Your passport on the table like a promise wrapped in blue. Every second breaking slowly, knowing dawn will come too soon.
Your fingers trace the coffee cup like memorizing heat. I watch the shadow of your smile fall gently at my feet. No words can stop the leaving, no tears can change the sky. So we hold this fragile midnight while goodbye learns how to fly.
If love was built to last forever,
why's forever dressed to go?
why do the sweetest kinds of endings hurt the deepest when they glow?
This is our last train home, hearts on separate tracks tonight. You're chasing foreign stars, I'm staying with the fading light.
No, I won't beg the moon to turn or ask the wind to lie.
I love you enough to lose you and kiss you one last time. This is our last train home,
Where letting go begins,
two shadows at the station,
where we were us back then.
and when your name becomes a prayer
Across some distant sky, lamps paint your face in gold like summer used to do. 1,000 little memories are shining out of you. The laughter in the kitchen, the dancing in the rain. Now every beautiful forever falls inside this train.
Your ticket reads tomorrow, mine still says tonight. But love is sometimes strongest when it doesn't have to fight. So I fold my hands around your dream and set it free to roam. Because sometimes love means standing still while the one you love goes home.
And every whispered stay with me dissolves before the sun.
But maybe real devotion is blessing what's undone. This is our last train home, hearts on separate tracks tonight. You're chasing foreign stars, I'm staying with the fading light.
No, I won't beg the moon to turn or ask the wind to lie.
I love you enough to lose you and kiss you one last time. This is our last train home,
Where letting go begins.
still shadows at the station.
Where we were us back then.
And when your name becomes a prayer
Across some distant sky.
I'll hear it in the rails as our last train says goodbye.
So go
With my heart inside your coat,
where my hands can't always hold.
and if the world becomes too cold,
Remember once we burned like gold.
this was our last train home.
But not our final song.
Love doesn't end in leaving.
It travels all along.
Across the ocean's distance,
Through every changing tide.
a part of me will ride with you wherever you arrive.
This is our last train home.
And though we say farewell,
Some loves live not in staying.
but in wishing someone well,
So when the midnight whistle cries,
beneath another sky,
think of me beside you.